This is the Callaway UW in 21 degrees, and it's one of Callaway's hybrids. The stock shafts in these hybrids are generally very limited. The fitter in the UK only has them in this shaft, which is a little bit frustrating. If you're buying a new one, you can order them in different shafts, and I've selected one today to see how good or bad the idea is, because there'll be a few of you out there that didn't know this was a thing, or maybe tried them in their stock shaft and didn't quite get on with them. And in the workshop here, I have reshafted quite a few of these. And the best, most sexiest way to do it is to put something like this in it, a Ventus Velicor, black, blue, red, whatever. You stick one of these in there and these things are absolutely delightful. However, that's a big upcharge in cost. But if you've got the available cash, then I wasn't hesitating recommending it. I'm going to hit a few of these 21 degree UW hybrids. And I also need to change how far away I am from the pin, 1 second. So the UW is a hybrid that's just slightly bigger than a normal hybrid. It's a little bit more of an in-betweeny club. In the Cleveland range, you have the Halo XL hybrid and you have the Halo XL high wood. So it's slightly bigger. We've got a bit more mass, like at the back here, we've got a bigger head. It's in between a hybrid and a fairway wood. The next one up would be a fairway wood. And equally in the Callaway range, we have the hybrid here. This is the AI Smoke, and then you've got the UW. It's just slightly bigger in the head. It's just got that little bit more meat to it, a little bit more forgiveness in theory. However, it's not adjustable. So this is fixed on the UW, but the hybrid and the AI Smoke is adjustable loft. So that is a slight limitation on the UW, as well as availability of shafts to try out. So I want to hit this with an upgrade shaft, with a different custom shaft that's the same price if you're ordering a new one. Ask for it to be sent in this shaft if we get the results that might suit you. So here's the standard one, it's the MMT. Oh, they do feel nice. Easy. 225. But the stock shaft is the MMT 70 gram stiff Mitsubishi chemical. They've got a fair amount of bend in them. They feel quite soft at the tip end, but we do have this weight quite forward in the UW. So when the weight's forward, it tends to launch the ball a little bit lower and spin a bit less. So that shaft kind of balances it out a little bit, but it almost contradicts the idea. But they do these in 21 degrees, 19 and 17 degrees. And I have to say the 17 degree in these for me nearly goes as good as a 3 wood. But with this one I'm getting lots of height, which is good in some cases but not in others. And then he hits one low and thin and it launches lower. Welcome to golf. There we go. Feels absolutely solid off the face. I think that weight being closer to the club face gives it a bit more of a meaty impact. I like it. But I'm seeing an average of 223 carry and a peak height of 119 feet. I don't want the ball at 119 feet myself personally, because I'd rather try and get towards 99 feet, because the wind then affects the ball less. At 120, it's a little bit too high. So for me, I wouldn't entertain a stock shaft in those clubs. But if you try one out and you like it and it launches nice, they're good. But how much better could they be with a Denali? Now the shafts in these clubs are the same shafts that you get in a driver. So it's actually a really shortened driver shaft because the inside of this hosel is thinner than your normal hybrid. Normally a hybrid is 370 tip, which is a little bit bigger. So your hybrid shafts don't fit. I kind of want to see what changes in the spin rate, what changes in the peak height when I go for a Denali Black 80 gram. Very, very different feel. 223 to beat, 222. But it just felt a lot more solid. Peak height 113, bit of shape to it. Not bad, didn't strike it that great. That was solid. It's got a couple of yards extra. Yeah, so I've hit that off center, but it still felt a lot more stable through the ball. Not as stable as the Velicor. I've got 223 when I've slightly misstruck it. Let's have a couple more and compare the numbers. Nope. I haven't done a video for a little while, and I've had a little bit of a gap because I hurt my thumb in the workshop. Look away now. Well, actually it's not that bad. I just kind of hurt my thumb in the workshop, scraped it a little bit. Also had a dodgy shoulder. Not that any of you care, but I'm saying it anyway. I went to physio yesterday and I feel quite bruised and red. It's very tender to touch because I had physio where they dug in there and actually freed it up quite a lot. Well worth doing. That was nice. Just a bit less deflection. Ooh, it's on the green. So the first thing I want to point out is the peak height. 119 against 109, so it's come down 10 feet, which is nice. I'm closer to that 99 I'm aiming for, even though I've got the same loft head. But with the Denali, I've got a little bit more ball speed and lower launch. So lower launch angle, lower spin, lower peak height 10 feet, and just a little bit more out of the shot with a tighter dispersion. I actually had more shots on the Denali, and it was still a tighter dispersion. Nice. Dispersion ring here, and normally if you hit 3 shots and you hit 10 shots, you'll get a bigger spread with the 10 shots, but I've had more shots on this one because I was enjoying myself while hitting it, and I'm still on a tighter area. Nice. So although it's only 2 yards more, it's just that little bit cleaner in terms of flight, a bit lower, a bit faster. And because the shaft's bending less at the tip, when it bends more at the tip, the shaft bends, the shaft releases, and it adds loft. Because that tip of the shaft's not bending and releasing as much, it maintains lower loft. With more loft, we get through the ball, it grabs it and it spins it and it goes up. When we have less loft, the ball launches lower and gets a bit more pace put through it. Well, that's the general idea anyway. But I think it's marginally better. It's not a massive amount, but it's just, it's better in feel and it's slightly better in data points. If you hit the ball too high and you're looking at something like this, please just order it with a Denali shaft in it. This is the Denali 80 gram without an upcharge. Or if you do want to treat yourself, go for something like a Velocore. It might cost more money, not just slightly, but those things are just on another level. If I get my hands on one with a Velocore in it, I'll do a video on it. If you sign up as a member, there's a lower cost and a higher cost membership now available. If you jump on those things at the cost of like a cup of coffee every month, that gives me a little bit of revenue to start buying sexy things to do videos on. But largely you can watch the channel absolutely free of charge. If you enjoy what I'm doing, crack on, watch some more videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, that's just delightful. Go on, just get on that fringe. Oh, just shy. Oh, close.